Okay, and we're rolling. Okay, for the record, it is currently 12:11 p.m. on June 18th, 2045. I'm currently interviewing Mr. Todd Wainio on his experience at the Battle of Yonkers. Mr. Wainio, in your own words, what was it like that day? Okay. When I think of Yonkers and everything leading up to it, the first thing that comes to mind is the sky. It was almost blood red. All the smoke, the crap that been filling the air all summer. It put everything in an amber red light, like looking at the world through hell-colored glasses. That's how I first saw Yonkers, this little, depressed, rust-colored burb just north of New York City. I don't think anybody had ever heard of it. I sure as hell hadn't. And now, what? It's up there with, like, Pearl Harbor. I guess I can see why the powers that be thought that one big stand-up battle was such a good idea. They wanted to show the people that they were still in charge, get them to calm the hell down so they could deal with the real problem. I get it. And because they needed a propaganda smackdown, I ended up in Yonkers. Come on, let's get this set up.
I don't get the fucking point of this, dude. Why are we building fortifications with sandbags? Is Zeke gonna start shooting at us? Or like that, a stinger, dude. What good does that do? How are we going to use a ground-to-air missile against Zeke? They're not calling in airstrikes. I swear, half of this stuff just sits around doing nothing. It's like the higher-ups don't even know what we're fighting. It's for the press, dude. Half the shit here is for the press. Us and our mop gear, the sandbags, the tanks, just everything. We sit here and do the killing, and they get to gawk at us.
All units, be advised, hostiles are entering the first kill zone. Artillery and MLRS barrage are underway. Keep your heads down.
Oh shit, here comes the party. What do you say, let's go watch the fireworks go off. Boom! Watch them go up.
Yep. And that's what should have made us worry right then and there. Steel rain hit each and every single one of them, shredded their insides. Organs and flesh just scattered all over the damn place, dropping from their bodies as they continued moving towards us. But headshots. You're trying to destroy the brain, not the body. And as long as they've got a working thinker and some mobility... Some were still walking. Others too thrashed to stand were crawling. Yeah, we should have worried. But there just wasn't time. Last canister, up! Shit, okay. Load heat in next!
Jesus Christ. It's like a goddamn meat grinder. How could anything survive this?
No one thought about it. No one! And don't pull my pud with stories about budget cuts and supply problems. The only thing short in supply was common fucking sense. Not one of those West Point, War College, medals up the ass, 4-star fart bags said, hey, we got plenty of fancy weapons. We got enough shit for them to shoot? No one thought about how many rounds the artillery would need for sustained operations, how many rockets for the MLRS, how many canister shots for the tanks. Okay, the tanks had these things called canister shots. Basically, a giant shotgun shell. They fired these little tungsten balls. Not perfect, you know, wasting like 100 balls for every G. But fuck, dude, at least it was something. Each Abrams only had 3. 3! 3 out of a total loadout of 40. The rest were standard heat or sabo. Do you know what a silver bullet, an armor-piercing depleted uranium dart, is going to do to a group of walking corpses? Nothing! Do you know what it's like to see a 60-something ton tank fire into a crowd with absolutely ass-all result? 3 canister rounds! Maybe it wouldn't have turned the tide, but... God damn it! The fire was dying. Zach was still coming. And the fear. Everyone was feeling it. In the orders from the squad leaders, in the actions of the men around me. That little voice in the back of your head that just keeps squeaking. Oh shit. Oh shit. We could have stopped them. We should have. One guy with a rifle. That's all you need, right? Professional soldiers, trained marksmen. How could they get through? They still ask that. Critics and armchair patents who weren't there. You think it's that simple? You think after being trained to aim for the center mass your whole military career, you can suddenly make an expert headshot every time? You think that in a straitjacket and suffocation hood, it's easy to recharge a clip or clear a weapon jam? You think after watching all the wonders of modern warfare fall flat on their high-tech hyper ass, that after already living through 3 months of the Great Panic and watching everything you knew as reality be eaten alive by an enemy that wasn't even supposed to exist, you're gonna keep a cool fucking head and a steady fucking trigger finger? Well, we did! We still managed to do our job and make Zach pay for every fucking inch! Maybe if we had more men, more ammo, maybe if we were just allowed to focus on our jobs. Land warrior. High tech, high priced, high profile, netro fucking centric land warrior. To see what was in front of our faces was bad enough. But Spybird uplinks were also showing how truly large the horde was. We might have been facing thousands, but behind them were millions. Remember, we were taking on the bulk of New York City's infestation. This was only the head of one really long undead snake stretching all the way back to Times Square. We didn't need to see that. I didn't need to know that. That little scared voice wasn't so little anymore. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! There's way too many of them! We can't hold them here! We need to pull back! Pull back where? We don't have a fallback point! They're on our flanks! We need to get out! I just shot one in the head and it didn't die! They don't die when you shoot them in the head! Wait, what? Who the fuck just said that? No, no! Get off me! Get help! No! And that was when the line collapsed. I don't remember it all at once. I see these flashes. I remember this reporter trying to pull a pistol from his vest, and then 3 G's dragged him down. I remember this news van trying to drive away before a tank flattened it. These 2 news choppers crashed in midair, showering us in our own steel rain. And just shooting, just crazed, random shooting. I took a round in my sternum, my armor's center plate. It knocked me on my ass. I couldn't breathe. Then some dumbass lobbed a flashbang right in front of me. According to my buddies, they saw me thrashing around on my ground. They dragged me into a Bradley and got the hell out of there. I know professional historians like to talk about how Yonkers represented a catastrophic failure of the modern military apparatus, how it proved the old adage that armies perfect the art of fighting the last war just in time for the next one. Personally, I think that's a big old sack of it. Sure, we were unprepared. Our tools, our training, everything I just talked about, all one Class A gold standard clusterfuck. But the weapon that really failed wasn't something that rolled off an assembly line. It's as old as, I don't know, I guess as old as war. It's fear, dude. Just fear. And you don't have to be Sun freaking Tzu to know that real fighting isn't about killing or even hurting the other guy. It's about scaring him enough to call it a day. Break their spirit. That's what every successful army goes for. From tribal face paint to blitzkrieg to... what did we call the first round of Gulf War II? Oh, shock and awe. Perfect name, shock and awe. But what if the enemy can't be shock and awed? Not just won't, but biologically can't. That's what happened the day outside New York City. That's the failure that almost lost us the whole damn war. The fact that we couldn't shock and awe Zach boomeranged right back in our faces and actually allowed Zach to shock and awe us. They're not afraid. No matter what we do, no matter how many we kill, they will never, ever be afraid. Yonkers was supposed to be the day that we restored confidence to the American people. Instead, we practically told them to kiss their ass goodbye. If it wasn't for the South African plan, I have no doubt we'd all be slouching and moaning right now.